Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, affectionately referred to as Stark Vegas, where earplugs are highly recommended because the cowbells will be ringing. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tigers offense will get the first crack at it here. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you this is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Fires toward the target. He makes the catch. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man, and some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, 2 former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that, too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw.
Mississippi State, 0.
Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized. And
Afterburners coming. Quarterback gets past the marker. At the 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And there's just an example of over-pursuit by the defense. I think they were expecting the pitchman to get in football. They got way too wide. Give the quarterback credit. He read the defense appropriately, put his foot in the ground, got north, and he was gone.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Fires to the right. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make.
He lost one down the sideline. Got it.
First down pass was complete.
I love it. The offense being aggressive. They're taking a shot. Good job by the QB getting a lot of air under that ball. And how about the receiver and his ability to track it?
The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Off the play fake. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. And the Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quick strike complete. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, 3rd downs, and having that
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Offense getting set for 1st down. They'll leave it with him. Oh, gave the defender the business. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to scramble. Let's it fly. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Wyoming is ahead in this one, but there's still time on the clock, and unless Josh Allen puts on that Pokes uniform again, this could stay tight. They're up by 10 over Air Force. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Mississippi State right back to the line. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. No huddle here for the offense.
Second down.
Right back to him on the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Pocket starts to collapse. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Takes it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Finds his tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. He just can't take a play off. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Herb Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that, too.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. And the defense, got him at the 27.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Coming after it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Looking to go up top on first down. Steps away to find some room. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. And the timing just a hair off.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Now improvising. Pulls his way forward. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. It is perfect.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here's the return from inside his 10. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better not.
And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. And the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
It's now third down.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, the running back has it. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
At the 15-yard line.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one.
To kick it away.
Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Tom.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. He's going to pass. Fires to the right. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
They'll go to the ground. And through the contact. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. From the red zone, looking for a space. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the hole.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. They're trailing by 25 to Northwestern. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The RPO, it's complete. Stopped after making the catch. Mississippi State going up-tempo. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. Pinned back in their own end, a 3rd and short from the 16. Quarterback on the keeper. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down. No huddle offense to the line.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he gets a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down. And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop them?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
First down, Bulldogs.
Trying to find his man on first down. Grabs it in the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Move the chains with that completion now on first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They'll put the tight end in motion. The give to the back. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
What do you do now if you're on defense? I mean, not only do you have to worry about this specific running back on this offense and what he can do to hurt you, but you got this quarterback as well. It is such a dangerous 1-2 punch. They're going to be giving opposing defenses nightmares down the road.
Going for 6. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitch and catch.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And they make the extra point to draw it closer. It's 28-17. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They want to run it left here. He breaks a tackle.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Line getting set on second down. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackle is made after the first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's taking the shot. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And after the interception, the nifty return gets it back inside the 45-yard line.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ballgame to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. They go to the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And once he got loose, it was all over. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. This offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late.
42 Spider. Flip,
Barrels ahead. He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the 2-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. how I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. All kinds of running room. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. UCF steamrolled its way to victory. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Orlando a ton of confidence. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Buys a little extra time. He'll pull it down. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Offense in the hurry-up.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver.
Going for the big play. Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Give to the running back. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability.
Fires one high and deep. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They add on another score, and now that record oh so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
He's looking for a man on second down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again.
Now, 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know.
Touchdown LSU! And the pummeling has started. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Coming out with it, it's 4. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And this defense is bringing the Heat another sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack.
And they got him for a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. The kickoff team out there getting set.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Ford. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. One more play to pad the stats. He'll come out throwing on first down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but then he'll be a little short of the first down. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. He wants a big play here late. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. Looking for more room. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown LSU! That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.